Hiya, it's only me, it's only Scott. Bear with me. Mask off. Okay, that's a lot better now. It gets a wee bit heavy on the head, the mask. So what's happened is on this particular video, it's going to be a slight departure from what I normally do. As you know, I normally talk about the UK comics. But in this particular one, what I'm going to focus on is Boulder Hill itself. So let's talk about it after this. Hi, it's just me. So as I said, this video is going to be slightly different from the ones that I normally do. So normally I talk about the comics, which, if you've seen my Mask comic blog before, you'll know that I've already done some blogs on comics, I've done some videos on the comics, and on my blog I also have some interviews with other people such as Doug Stone and various other members of the community. Now I also have my Mask Comics Facebook page, which you may have led you to this video. And we have this resource here, which is a group that I've also set up, and all of these links will be down below. Now the Mask community is obviously growing and expanding all the time. And we have things like mattracker.com, boulderhill.net, a favourite of mine which is albertpineo.com. We have Agents of Mask. So all of these sites are all fantastic. But there's a new kid on the block, and this new kid is maskforce.com. Now this is a great resource of everything mask, and in fact it's so great that what I've done is I've actually hacked into it. So I hope my friend Robert doesn't mind because it's his site, but what that's allowed me to do is bring this up. Boulder Hill. So obviously Robert has taken all of this time, all of this effort to create these brilliant 3D models of Mask vehicles, Boulder Hill, the characters, etc. And I thought, well, what a better way to show it off rather than a hologram. So what we'll do is we'll have a wee look around it, we'll see what Boulder Hill has to offer us, and then we'll see it in the state that we want to see it in action mode. So as you can see, as it's spinning around, we have this garage, petrol station, fuel station, whatever else you want to call it based on where you are, built into the side of a mountain called Boulder Hill, and we've got the big boulder on top quite clearly. So I think we're all fairly familiar with Boulder Hill. So let's kind of pause it round about here, and what we'll do is we'll go around it a bit more slower. So at the back of this toy, obviously what you can see is we can see Alex Sector working away on a computer, and then we move around a little bit and we see some of the detail. Now I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this before, but it looks like a ladder or something on the side of the hill. And then we move around a little bit further. So we've got access to the garage, we've got the actual shop area, we've got the petrol pumps, etc. in the front of Boulder Hill. And we can keep going round, and we've got what looks like, say, an air hose, I think it might be. I mean, at the end of the day, that's where you're going to check your tyres, isn't it, when you go to get your fuel. So let's keep going round, and we can go round slowly. And obviously this is a site that we're obviously familiar with, is Boulder Hill. However, what we really want to see is it in action mode. Now that's a lot better, isn't it? So obviously the thing with Boulder Hill is it's got a variety of weapons, and it's such a great toy. I do have one myself. Mine's is actually up in the loft, so I don't really want to get it out. I think I've lost Buddy Hawks that came with it, which is a bit of a shame, but at the end of the day it is a great toy, and I would love to get another Buddy Hawks to go with it. So let's see if we can slow this down and pause. Now what we'll do is we'll go through it again. So in action mode, from the back we can obviously see the prison cell. Now round the front we do obviously have the trapdoor that someone can fall into, and then as we come round, obviously the boulders already come down off of Boulder Hill. The pumps are now the freeze rays. We've got a cannon, we've got the anti-aircraft turret on the top, and it's got all these sorts of weapons including holographic projectors, and it's just a brilliant playset. Now if you're like me, one of the biggest disappointments that you'd have is the fact that Rhino doesn't actually fit in through the doors, which is a bit of a shame because obviously in the cartoon and the comics it does, but I guess if it's a car garage you wouldn't necessarily expect something as big as an articulated lorry to go in there, or a semi-truck, however you want to say it. We also have a helipad which comes in useful if you're flying about in Condor, as I did in one of my previous videos. Now obviously it's a helipad so we can land and we can take off. Absolutely brilliant. Now I don't know about you, but like I say, I really do think that Boulder Hill is an awesome playset, and I'm glad that I do have one still in its box. Like I say, I may have lost something from it. I think I've still got the fuel pumps. I think the cables, the hoses are one of the things that do go missing, but obviously I've got everything else. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you again for the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Boulder Hill. That's not Boulder Hill. Okay, who changed my hologram? Come on. Own up. Who was it? Who's the funny person? Come on. Oh, kids.